everything on the site is for entertainment purposes because life is a joke, my friends. So we might as well just laugh at it and make the most of it while we're here because it's all fucked up anyway. But we can have fun with it. Look at the reflections in my glasses. Ooh, spooky. Anyway, yeah. So, everybody talks about their brand, and your brand is basically like what you're about or what you care about. And as much as I kind of hate being like, my brand, at the same time, it does make it easy to just use like words that make sense to people and shit. So, I'm thinking about my own personal brand, if you will, and it is a mixture of sarcasm for fuck's and spazzing out, as you can see. There's a little spasness in there. That is my personality, and I just have to live with that. And then I do kind of give a shit. So like I do stuff for my house. I do try to like make sure I'm trying to be somewhat balanced in my approach. But I were to say, if I had to choose an alignment, between like lawful good and chaotic evil, I would probably be like chaotic good. I would say maybe neutral good, because I really do like the idea of orderliness, but I know that that's all really, I mean, say no more, right? So that said, I do think, like in the short term, it's helpful to kind of plan things and have some structure. So like I'm an Aries, right? So that means I will like smash my head into the wall and shit. And that's just kind of what I do. Just like, it gives me a lot of motivation. But I don't always make the best choices, admittedly. But my Virgo rising helps me with that because it's like kind of an analytical bitch. And then between having a fucking Aries sun placement and then my Virgo rising placement, both of those two zodiac signs can be kind of difficult to deal with. Then add to that a Cancer moon. So I got the emotions in there thanks to that. Now, if I can get all three of those fuckers clicking, like dialed in, I can do cool shit. I can get shit done. I'm like fucking on point and stuff, but goddamn it, if they go off, they all go off, and I'm a goddamn mess. And I think it's time to quit like trying to be like improving myself. I was listening to an Alan Watts thing. Maybe I'll link it because it's really good. But anyway, obviously we want to make our situations better and there's stuff we can do. But, like sometimes we just got to look at our own fucking nature and be like, I'm going to just stop shaming myself for being myself, because that takes so much fucking energy. I have shit to do. I don't have time to be worrying about some shit that doesn't matter. It's like half of that's anxiety, like what will people think of me, and half of you might find me cool and half of you might think I'm a fucktard, so who gives a shit, because like some of you, like, you can't make anybody happy. You can make some people, not everybody. Some people can be like, I resonate with that, and some people are like, you're goddamn, I gotta go, you're too much. And I'll be like, you have a great day, Godspeed, come back around if you want to. I'm just gonna be here anyway. Have a great day. Anyhow, so I digress. I'm a tattoo artist, and my Virgo helps me a lot in that. I'm happy with what I do with tattooing. I'm proud of that. I take a lot of pride in it. It is one of those jobs that requires a lot of you, and there is a part of me that it's done a lot for me. Tattooing has done so much for me. If you knew me 16 years ago and you know me now, you probably have noticed some fucking differences, I would say. And I have tattooing to thank for a lot of that. You probably also noticed that I might be like a little bit more of like an angsty bitch. And tattooing has probably contributed to that as well. Anyway, and I've been sitting with my tattoo career, and I'm at 16 years in this, and I'm like, man, there's a vision I have that I'd like to see it a little closer in line with that. At the same time, you know, I gotta recognize, you know, don't be a little drama queen, Rebecca. Anyway, I'm getting serious now. I took off my glasses. Anyway, so I am fucking grateful for tattooing, but I do recognize I have to set some boundaries for a number of reasons. There is my sanity, mental, physical, emotional health, and there's the fact that I want to do a good fucking job on the tattoos I am doing, so I want to be fucking stoked on that shit. And so it's a balance. So that's one pillar of my brand is tattooing. Another pillar is like mental health, accepting the fact that you're a spaz. You know, you're neurodivergent, cool. Another brand aspect is humor. I use dark, sarcastic, fucked up humor to cope with life because life is dark and fucked up sometimes. And if you can't find a way to like laugh through it, it's gonna just suck really hard for you and me because I get in my little like pity parties. And another thing, talking along the lines of mental health, also Venn diagram, spirituality, because I feel like that plays a big part in mental health. Our connection to something bigger than ourselves, I feel, is really important. And I do feel through my own journey and the things I've experienced, there are ways where you can strengthen that connection and have more magical experiences. And like, even when I don't have like the typical things you are supposed to want in this life, I feel like I have so much because of that. And yes, I can be a little bitch sometimes, absolutely, but dude, that's what saves me at the end of the day. Just I can't use the words sometimes because it makes me feel the things in the insides of me. So anyhow, and I feel like that essence comes through in so many different vehicles and channels and ways. It's expressed in everything because it is everything. But my favorite expressions of that, the things that resonate with me, it's gonna be like art, tattooing, music, metaphysics, but also nature, obviously a big one. And I'm just listening to the birds and there's some dogs barking. It's like those synchronicities, like these moments when like stuff pops off and shit. It's really cool. And I think sometimes we need to take time to like slow back and connect with that. And when I say we, a lot of time also know that I am talking to myself here too, because it's like reminders for me. And that's like, I also want to just make sure that I'm being very clear when I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I am muddling through, but I figure if I can share my muddlings, maybe it'll help other people muddle easier or something. I don't know. Nothing else. Give me something to do. Like, it gives me something to do with my time. But I feel like there is something in nurturing that connection that helps you it helps you be a better person. You know, come from a more balanced place. Because I do know there are things that I've grown and evolved through that, you know, the me 15, 20 years ago probably wouldn't have been able to deal with, you know, and it's a process. There's so many cliche things out there, like trust the process and all this and that, but I really do think that's true. And usually if something's cliche, it is for a reason. So 9/11, when I said that, if you want a synchronicity, take that how it resonates. But I guess I'm just gonna put this up here and share this, just be like, this is what's up, this is what I'm about. And we're at 10 minutes now, and the Virgo in me is screaming, so I'm gonna go. Okay, I love you guys, have a great day. Okay, bye.
The Virgo in me also realized I have another 30 seconds, so the Aries in me wants to talk more. So anyway, check back often. This site is an unfolding, and that is actually blowing my mind frequently. And I just have one thing I would say. This is a prayer I put in my readings, but it's Spirit, let me be a clear channel for your messages, so that what needs to be said is said, what needs to be heard is heard, for the highest good of everybody who tunes into this past, present, future. So it is.